Damn, where the hell is the money, man? Swear. Ain't no money out here tonight. Mm. What's up? Yeah, I'm on the block right now. Come on if you want something. What you want?
What you got? What you got?
I got that TNF, I got that 511, and I got that tag.
Nah, I don't want any of that.
Well, I got that new XBlock.
Yeah, let me take some of that.
Where's my money though? XBlock designs the Rex 2. Small company out there in Texas put this bag together, and I was really curious about it because it's made out of some great materials, and I actually like the design aesthetic of the bag. Now I'm gonna run through this bag, and I understand that this is like a second version or a second run at this bag. The first run, I'm not sure how it did, but I got my hands on this second version, and I think that this is kind of like my thinking about this bag, right? You know, when Michelangelo started to paint, you know, I'm sure his first and his second painting wasn't the greatest painting, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that this company has solid foundation in the design, and there's some things that I think that they should tweak in this bag. And we're gonna run through the bag from the bottom to the top. You're gonna kind of see it, I'll point out. I think that the overall aesthetic of the bag is right there. It's right there on point. I like the way it looks. I like the fabric choices. I like the materials and the build quality. I just, you know, there's a couple of little things. Let's talk about it. Let's run through it. This bag right here is 22 liters. So like on the bottom end of everyday carry, I think that there's a range there, and 22 liters is a good everyday carry size. So the measurements on this bag measure 19.5 inches tall. It's 10 inches wide. It spans out to a depth of 7 inches. So this bag has a really streamlined look to it. I like the way, like I said, the aesthetics. I really like the way this bag looks. It kind of reminds me of a Go Ruck, but little different, a little bit more, you know, functionality built into it. What I really like about this bag is it's a step forward into 2020, into new materials, new designs. So that kind of brings me to what materials on this bag. This is VX 42 X-Pack material, so it's pretty much the whole bag's construction is made out of this super lightweight and strong material. So this is definitely a step up from a regular nylon right here. So let's start at the bottom and we'll run it from the bottom to the top. Course. So down here at the bottom of the bag actually has a padded bottom. So anything that you put in this bag is going to be protected pretty well. I actually like that a lot. It feels like maybe like ½ inch of padding. Definitely feels really good. So let's move around to the side of this bag and check it out. So right here you got some PALS webbing for your Molly system compatible pouches. Always got to kind of get that right. PALS is the webbing, Molly is the system. Just remember that. So I actually like that a lot. So it gives you a lot of different options. If you want to attach some extra pouches on here, you can. If you want to put like a water bottle pocket on the side, you can. Definitely like that. On this side of the bag, I actually just clipped in one of these hero clips. I actually liking these things a lot. I thought they were kind of a gimmick at first. I know they've been out for like years, but I'm always slow to get stuff because I'm always like, is that really gonna work? So definitely, you know, a very functional tool to add to my everyday carry. So especially now, like you don't want to sit your bag on the ground and stuff. So if you can hook it up high somewhere and use this, it's definitely good. Let me pull it off and show you guys how it works. I mean, these things, like I said, they've been out for forever right now, and I'm just like probably like the last person to actually get into it. So it kind of, you know, comes out like this, and then you hook it on the top of the bag, and you can kind of hook it to whatever you want. You want to hang it up, you can hang it on the end of a bar or a table, so it's always kind of suspending the bag, and it's not, you know, the bag's not setting down. So I actually like this little thing a lot, man. I'll leave links in the description for all of my stuff, but you know, I try new things out from time to time. You know, I don't always get new stuff, but this was something I was curious about, so I just went ahead and add to cart, you know what I'm saying? Let's move around and talk about the back panel and the shoulder straps and the grab handle and all of that kind of stuff. So the grab handle on the top, you got some mil-spec webbing right here, and then the grab is pretty good. It stands away from the bag really well. I was about to say really good. And then you got some Hypalon material right here on the top, so it feels pretty decent. I like the way that they put that together. I mean, it's not over the moon, like, you know, it's not the greatest grab handle, but it's a solid way to put that grab handle together. I'm not mad at it at all, and it feels like it's going to last a really long time. Then on the side of the grab handle, you have some little loops, and I noticed these, and I actually had to contact XBlock about it. I was like, what are these little tabs on the side of the grab handle? So what they did was they allowed you to like run paracord or do like a paracord wrap on the top of the grab handle, so if those are your anchor points. So I really didn't know what that was. I was like, yeah, never seen that before. So that's pretty cool that they actually built that in, and it's stitched in really well. The grab handle box stitched, and you know, nice double stitching on the grab handle. Now we move down to the shoulder straps. They are probably one of the things that I don't like about the bag. It's not the length of them, it's really the size of these shoulder straps. I think that they're too thin. They're probably, I wish I had my tape measure, because I would say that these shoulder straps are like maybe 2 inches at the widest, and then they taper down to like probably 1.5 inches at the bottom. So for me, you know, if I want to put not a heavy load in a 22-liter pack, but a decent load, I feel like it just doesn't give me enough shoulder strap. I just don't like it. And then at the top, you do have a X stitch, a block stitch right here. So this is not going anywhere. I just wish they were a little bit wider. Now the density of the shoulder straps, the cushion and themselves feels really good. They are vented on the back side, so I definitely like that aspect of it. One thing that I do notice up here at the top is where the shoulder straps kind of connect, and it's got that, you know, box stitch right here. It just looks like it's unfinished right here at the top. I would have liked to seen them run this padding down into the place where they stitched in, you know, the actual shoulder straps to the backpack, because it just, to me, that just looks like the person just cut it off right there at the top. So let's flip the shoulder straps back, finish talking about those, and then we'll talk about this back panel. Now, this back panel basically doesn't have any air venting at all. You know, they do have some, you know, stitching here, but it's more aesthetically pleasing than actual functionality. So there's no air venting going on. This is going to lay on your back in the summertime, and it's going to be hot. You know, just to be totally honest, there's a back panel in there, and the rigidity is good. Also, there's good curvature as far as the back panel. I actually noticed that. So that was actually a really good thing that they put in there. But the padding in here is actually good. I actually like that a lot. But the airflow is just a major, you know, I wish they were doing something else. Instead of using just a VX, you know, material on this back panel, you know, because this is probably the make or break section of a bag. Down here at the bottom of the shoulder straps, they didn't leave you out there. So they just considered, they did give you a nice little strap keeper. The way that they actually did the strap keeper is pretty cool. So it's like a elastic band that you roll up and then fold over the extra, you know, pieces of nylon webbing. So I definitely like that. The length of these shoulder straps as well is, you know, kind of different. Definitely a lot of space there. Even for a bigger guy like me, this fit really well as far as the length of the shoulder strap, and I appreciated that. Now back to the front of this bag right here. As we move up, I love this VX material, by the way. But as we move up, we have a morale patch field right here. And so it's perfect fit for your morale patches. It's about 2 inches tall. So your 3x2 morale patches will fit right on there. They send the XBlock morale patch with the bag, so that was a nice little addition. And then we get to these zippers up here. YKK number 8 zippers on the exterior of the bag with a little, you know, shrink wrap material, 550 cord pull. This right here is your admin section. It's gonna be hard for you guys to see because there's no high vis lining inside, but I'll tell you what I have inside of this pocket right here is I got my Benchmade bug out. Great little EDC knife, super lightweight. I don't know what the weight is, but it's super light. And let me just stick that off to the side. I got my EDC Lumitop tool. That's 650 lumens for $25. Holla at me if you know a better deal. And then I got my Sharpie right here, and then I have a G2 Pilot pen. Now, what else you have? You have that organizer, and it's like maybe 2 larger slip pockets, and then like 2 pen slots, and then the pocket itself goes all the way down into the bottom. So that's one thing. I don't know if this would be quick access to the stuff that's going to kind of fall to the bottom, because the organizer is pressed up against the back panel of this pocket, and then there's a big space down here. So you could put some larger items down there, but I wouldn't say necessarily it's a quick access. So down at the bottom, I put my D-Made bags. Right here's the little skinny stubby Dob kit. I really like these little things because you throw them in your bag and you kind of, you know, keep yourself organized. But a lot of space in this front pocket right here. Now what's really unique about this bag, it's got a concealed carry compartment right here in the front. So you can unzip and get into your concealed carry. So if you got this bag on, and I'm a righty, you know, so if I got this bag on, I can unzip and then get into my concealed carry right here in the side. So that's pretty slick. I like the fact that it's ambidextrous for, you know, left and right handed folks. So this right here is a win. So how they actually did that is, before I zip it back up and not show you guys, so how they actually did that is they put loop material, Velcro for most regular people, and stuck it and lined it throughout the front panel right here. And what I have in there is, if I can get this thing out, because it's really stuck in there, is Maxpedition holster right here. This is so, you know, so tough to get that thing out, but let me show you a little bit closer. There's your loop material down there, and you could put, you know, you could put a pistol in there. You could put some organizers there. You know, they definitely have a lot of different, you know, extra pouches and admin sections and stuff you could throw in there if you wanted to, and lay them off to the side. So if you have a CCW, carrying a CCW, that's a great place for it. One thing that I would have liked to see is making this lockable, you know, having the ability to make it lockable if you wanted to lock it. Like, you set your bag down somewhere, you know, you always should have your eye on your bag if you put your firearm in there, but it would just been a nice extra step if you could have made the zippers lockable. So let's move into the main section of this bag. One thing that I forgot to mention is the zippers, yes, they're white KK, but they're also AquaGuard zippers. So that's gonna keep water out of the main section and this front admin section. So I really appreciate that. Just a reminder, number 8 size white KK zippers. Definitely like that. And this bag, fully clamshells open. So you got some organization going on this side, and then just like a full, you know, space where you can store all your stuff. Let's start over here. They kind of took that ambidextrous idea on the front section, and then also moved it into the interior of the bag right here. So this organizer pocket, let me flip it around. Now this organizer pocket, you can access from this side and you can access it from this side. Same pocket, just two separate entrances. So in here I put this is the Adventure Medical Kit for 1 to 2 people. So I can stick that right there. So one of the first things you'll see, and you get in my bag. Now, this pocket on the top, this could be definitely like a quick access pocket. Just unzip the bag a little bit at the top, and then you can get into this zipper pocket. So it's probably about 4 or 5 inches deep. And in there, I stuck in my Exceeds Rule notebook, and then also my keys to my car. So, oh yeah, I got a little G2 Pilot pen as well. So definitely like that. The zippers on the interior of the bag are number 5 YKK zippers, and they're just regular YKK, not AquaGuard. They work really well. In the main section of the bag right here, so you can kind of see what I put in here. I have of course, my Sony XM3s. These are great noise canceling headphones. Probably some of the best headphones that I've used. I mean, there's nothing really to say. They got a nice look to them. They could be a little smaller, you know. That's one thing, you know. I pull these out, and then somebody pulls, their AirPods out, and I'm like, damn, I look like I'm in the 80s or something. But whatever. So another D-Made bag Dob kit. This is the regular size Dob kit, and I got it in this is the tropical multicam. Definitely like that. And then got the Peak Designs Tech pouch with all of my essentials in it. Definitely like that thing. And then in the interior, this is one section that I could see some improvement in as well. So you got 2 schools of thought out there. Some folks like having a laptop compartment, and some folks don't. I'm one of the guys that wants the laptop compartment because this thing comes with me a lot. You know, editing these videos, doing things for work, especially now. You know, I'm working from home a lot. So I want a laptop compartment in this pack. This pack does not have a laptop compartment. Now, there are some things that you can buy, you know, aftermarket things, and put it inside of a pack like this. You could put it in a sleeve or something like that. But for what they are asking for this bag, I think it's like $250. We'll talk about the price. It's $250. I would have liked to see a laptop compartment in here, even if it was, you know, definitely something that you could just take out or rip out. If it was on this back panel, like this pull back panel is loop material. So you can put, you know, if you want to put a pistol in here, a short sub or something like that, you definitely can. Any type of administrative pockets or something like that, additional, you can. But along with that, I think that a laptop compartment is needed in this pack for what they're asking for. In the interior of the pack right here, you got some loops where you can put, they got these compression straps. Now these are extra purchases on their website, these compression straps. So definitely built for someone that wants to carry maybe a short rifle or something like that and put it in here. So these compression straps will definitely work good, really, or they work well. They don't work really good. So then you got some, you know, branding right here. It says XBlock. I like their design. This design, whoever came up with that was really dope. Now, what you can see on the interior is the natural color of this X-Pack material. On the other side, on the reverse side, is white. So everything else in here is black. I wish it was a high-vis color, but what this white exposes is the stitching of, you know, the PALS webbing on the outside, and it just doesn't look finished to me in the interior of this bag. I would have liked to seen some, you know, some different lining in the bag. So basically I just have this X-Pack material, and then I can see the stitches for what was done on the outside. And then same thing with the grab handle. When you turn the bag inside out, you can see the stitching that was done for the grab handle right here. And I can tell you that looking at the interior of the bag now, I wish that the grab handle was reinforced. The material was reinforced. So basically the grab handle is connected to just the VX material. So when you're picking this thing up, loaded, you're just pulling on VX material. You're not pulling on another piece of nylon webbing. I would have liked to seen that. One thing that when I flipped this thing out just now that I saw that and kind of missed or looked over was this has a hydration out, and you can definitely use these tabs at the top in the interior to suspend a hydration bladder and then run it out. But when I'm looking at the hole that was cut for that, for the hydration bladder, it just doesn't look that great. The stitching there, it's not reinforced around the hole. This is an area where I can say that XBlock needs to kind of look at and make improvements, definitely. So that's one thing. The stitching overall in some places on this pack is really good, and then in other places I got like hanging threads, so some quality control needs to be done on this pack when it leaves out of wherever it's coming from, a factory, whoever's putting it together, because I just see a lot of threads kind of kind of just hanging out there. That's definitely on the high impact or high wear places where they went over the sewing once or twice. The stitches aren't exactly straight, and there's some stitches hanging. So these are points of improvement, not necessarily criticisms about the bag, because I think this is a stepping stone type of situation for this pack right here. So we're down here at the end of the video, and we got to talk about price. Well, we already really talked about price. The MSRP on this bag is $250. Should you buy it? It's really going to be on you. Do you want Michelangelo's first or second painting? You know what I mean? Like when he was just starting to start the paint? Or do you want to wait until, he's perfected his art? I think that this pack, like I said, is a stepping stone to something that's going to be really great with XBlock. There's some improvements here. Definitely the shoulder straps need to be improved. The back panel needs to be improved. The interior lining, the way that's kind of put together, I think that there's an improvement there. But they're using the best quality materials out there. They stepped out there with a really great second offering. I applaud them for, putting it out there. Definitely. Thanks for watching George Define, guys. If you liked this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't like the video, hit the thumbs down button 2 times. That's how YouTube records it now. Down in the comments, guys, we're talking about everyday carry packs, knives, flashlights, whatever you carry on a daily basis. We talk about it down in the comments, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Look at the camera.
Yeah.
All right. So stand and just talk with you. You don't get that close because no fiend gonna be that close. Talk with your hands. Go ahead.
What am I saying? What you got? What you got?
No. I'm gonna say what you want.
And then I say something. I want something.
I say what you want, and you say what do you got.
Okay.
And then I go through the list, and then you say, nah, I don't want none of that.
Okay.
All right.